right, welcome everybody to the Devil's Work podcast. This is the podcast where I, Skeptic, and my fearless co-pilot Sideshow
Hey,
travel into the netherworld and back to report on all the most fucked up movies that the world has to offer. And today is no exception.
mm-mm.
We're doing the 1989 Japanese science fiction horror film directed, written, produced, and edited by Shinya Tsukamoto, Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Bro, we're finally doing Tetsuo. How
We're
many fucking times have we brought up this movie and been
mhm.
like, we're gonna do this one day?
It's come up in many an episode. It's
Mm-hmm.
come up in many a conversation. It's been a long time coming for
Mm-hmm.
sure. This is another one of those video store childhood memories,
Oh
walking
yeah.
by and being like, "Why is that man screaming?"
Yeah, I didn't know about that's the thing. I didn't if we're getting into like our own personal takes on I did not know about this movie's existence at all until like 2017, 18, I think.
Mm.
And that's when I like was introduced to it by a coworker, an old coworker, and then like after that we would just like swap like really fucked up movies before we even did the show. And this was one of those that like I just was madly in love with immediately.
Hmm.
I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? What is wrong with me that I really enjoy this?
Yeah, it's wild. It's frenetic.
Hmm.
It's fast
Visceral.
paced. It's fast paced and slow paced at the same time.
I
It's
exactly.
really interesting.
How is this movie 4 hours long?
Yeah. Yeah. Clocking in at a brisk 67 minutes, counting
Literally
all the credits and everything.
everything. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Fucking yeah. Exactly. Like I don't know. You're exactly right. How do they make it fucking feel like 4 years when it's happening?
I forgot to say, by the way, also starring Shinya Tsukamoto.
Yes. Oh my god. When I fucking saw that, I was like, "What's that?" Yeah, this is nuts. Because that also leads into the same Man Bites Dog conversation. This was like one of his early films that he kind of reworked to do this. Like it was
Hmm.
like a he did like a redo of a short film. I think is what he kind of like lengthened this out to be.
Hmm.
But yeah, like going back to Man Bites Dog, like motherfuckers were like young as shit, like didn't really know how to do much, didn't have access to a whole lot. They just got real creative with what the fuck they had, like, and I'm talking real creative in this case.
Oh yeah.
This one
It's
is
it's very
wild.
interesting considering the shoestring budget that this had to have been made on.
They're
Um,
non-existent. What
I'm
do you feed the crew? That's it.
I just found out today, and I'm looking through his filmography, and
Mhm.
it's pretty true. Almost every movie that he's made, he's in.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, why
Um,
not? You got to play too. He's coming from the theater background too, just like K.
oh,
Fujiwara.
he's also in Ichi.
Oh, is he? Oh my God, I'm
He's
gonna
in
be
Ichi
so.
the Killer. It says
Uh,
he plays Gigi.
oh my God, I know. Oh wow, holy shit, that's so cool, dude. That's wild. Yeah, no shit. He's one of the brothers. I think it's one of the ones that they hire later on, the two psychos.
Mm,
I'm pretty sure he's one of them in the masks.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Well,
fucking cool,
well,
dude.
we'll definitely be doing that in our lead up to
Oh
100.
man, that's so special to
We've
me
been
though.
we've been putting off a lot of movies
Yeah, that's true.
because it's like, well, we know we've already seen it, and we still have ones that I've only seen or you've only seen or neither of
Yeah.
us have seen, but there's sort of inevitabilities. Like
Yeah.
we almost put it off because it's going to be so decadent and
It is
so
exactly
fatty, and it's going to be oh, it's
just
going to be a real big
delectable.
deal, real big meal that night.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
But yeah, oh, and he's in Shin Godzilla, which I think is still in
Wow, is
theaters.
he?
I do want to go see that in
How fun.
theaters.
Being that goes back into the conversation too. He's a massive Godzilla fan, massive just kaiju fan in general.
Oh yeah,
So like
these
the big monsters were like the direct inspiration for this movie too.
Yeah, and that's very, very obvious. The sort of
Yeah,
like rubber suit big guy, but
so cool.
instead of being in a cardboard city, he's just walking around the city.
Yeah, and we'll talk about like the way that they used the stop motion elements for like the chase scenes. It blows me away every fucking time I watch it,
The
man.
stop
Every
motion,
time.
I'm gonna be honest, the stop motion is pretty terrible,
I
but
love
it
it.
works.
Exactly. It works so
I mean,
well.
it's a movie from 40 years ago.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like
That's what I mean. We put
it's
that shit into perspective.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I don't mean it's like for the time it was great,
yeah, of course.
but for today you
Of
watch it and
course.
you're just like, all right.
All
But it works,
right, Hunk.
yes, but it works very well. Like literally it's just all stuff like of him just standing
Yeah.
everywhere. Like, God damn it.
It's
But it
good.
worked. No, it works really well.
Yeah.
It does work. There's,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna be real up front. This movie is gonna go in the category of it's bad, but I love it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Even I can fucking admit that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cinematic fucking feat to behold, though. This is
Yeah.
like truly like just watching it as an art piece. Because it's an hour long music video. Let there be
Hmm.
no mistakes about that. It's just
It
a
literally
set piece.
is a Portishead music video.
Oh, interesting. That's funny. And then in the third one, I just saw today earlier that Trent Reznor did a song for the soundtrack, apparently for
Oh,
the
that's
third
funny.
Tetsuo. I'm like, that's awesome.
I've heard the second one is good, but the third one is terrible.
Interesting. Well, we gotta do them. We gotta do that.
Yeah.
We gotta fucking do them. You know how this works.
We're gonna have to come back for those eventually.
Absolutely. I'm excited to watch the rest of this like series and see how it forms. Because again, like it just everything about how it was made. It's crazy that this film exists and like his whole career really exists out of spite. He's just
Yeah.
like, absolutely fuck you, dad.
This
And
is
that's what he built his whole career on.
this is the hate fuck of cinema.
Absolutely. This is fascinating. I
You
was just so fucking happy to get into the research today.
We're gonna get sweaty. We're gonna find some joy here, but I don't ever want to talk to you after this again.
Don't you look me in the eye.
Don't you fucking look at me. I did see a
Oh
review of
man.
this where someone said Tetsuo is an unmissable film. It's like splicing together Eraserhead and Akira, then
Yep.
speeding up half the footage by 150%, then smacking the reels with a copper tube.
Exactly. Putting
It's
your dick on the film.
it pretty much is
Yeah, because
exactly
let
that.
again, we're gonna let you know right up front. There is a lot of phallic shit going on.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's just that is just the big whole like overarching theme of this movie is just
Yeah.
phallic.
Yeah. So the non-spoiler version is a salary man accidentally kills what can only be described as a metal fetishist. And
Hmm.
we'll get into what that means.
Exactly.
In a hit and run accident, and then finds himself in an almost Kafka-esque,
Hmm.
and I can't believe I'm actually using that word correctly,
What this is.
turn of events in which he is transformed into a metal man.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, okay, but even in that, there's like scenes and bits of this that reminded me of Titan. Like very much like the way that they shot it artfully and stuff. I was like, oh, that's the beginning of Titan. Like that's yeah, yeah, like
In that it remained erotic the whole way through. I can see that.
that as well. But there's also a lot of gender themes being explored left and fucking right with this movie. Left
Interesting.
and right, a ton of them.
Interesting. What I mostly picked up like in terms of theme because it like turned into chaos near the end and that
Yeah,
was sort of like eventually it sort of became almost divorced from theme and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
Here's
like
just shit to look
it
at.
it has to end in a spectacle, you know?
Exactly.
But I think a lot of it is about like societal expectation and like the weight of what you're
And
supposed to be doing.
yeah, and that falls into that. The gender expectations, the gender norms and all that stuff, all of that falls in the exact same conversation that you're bringing up. So yeah, it's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's riddled with fucking gender themes left and right, like down to I mean, we're going to be discussing pegging today. We're going to be
We're going
a
to
lot
talk
of
about pegging. We're
it's
going
like
to
a
talk
lot.
about autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's just so much. There's so much, and it's like it does handle kinks. Like this movie has literally talks about kinks or presents kinks in a certain light, and it's just like so fascinating that a movie back this long ago was exploring these types of themes on like a pretty grand scale. You know what I mean? He had a
It's it's funny too because it does sort of walk a line of is it kink shaming or is it kink praising?
You're exactly right. And I think that's what's so interesting about the film because it doesn't ever seem like it's damning it. It does actually towards the end. It does feel like it's just like celebrating them, but
Yeah,
but
it's
it never feels like it's like saying which one way or the
it
other it
it
feels.
reminds me a lot of Neuromancer, which when did Neuromancer come out? That's what I need to.
The book series you like, right?
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah.
have brought this up. We have
Okay,
discussed this
Neuromancer's 1984. So I can see because
like right before it.
he did say that like the cyberpunk genre was an influence. I wouldn't necessarily say this is or like isn't really. I mean, I could see an argument for, I can see an argument against. Like it
Yeah,
kind of is. It doesn't really go enough into certain things, but
I
like
think the body horror elements are the most cyberpunk element.
yeah, but also still like it being about a salary man and like the pressures he's under, like
Yeah,
that's still sort of like like outside the window there's a corrupt
for
corporations,
sure,
you
for
know,
sure,
and
for
that's
sure.
sort of a an important thing for
Hmm.
the cyberpunk like genre tropes.
Yeah, because even he was told he was like in an interview, they asked him like, how do you feel about it being called such a massive point for people who enjoy cyberpunk films? And he's like, I didn't even know it was a cyberpunk film until someone told me.
Mm.
I was like, that's hilarious.
Well, similar to Neuromancer, there's like it's all from the perspective of this character who is like a hacker and you know goes into the
Mm,
matrix and all this shit. And when he's it's something I realized like near the end of the book, it's like, oh, when he's in real life talking about almost anything, he's just very like to the point, whatever, it doesn't matter. Even like having sex is he's just like, yeah, you know, and like we're we I penetrated her, I
hmm
ejaculated, I'm done. Like in
hmm
those sort of terms of like
Yeah.
it's like kind of cold
Yeah,
scientific.
exactly.
And then when he's in the Matrix, he's like so descriptive and so
And animated
colorful and
about
so
everything.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and then I think eventually he has sex in the or something, but the way he describes it is like so analogous
Hmm.
to
Takes a
sex,
few pages
but
to
he's like
discuss it.
so yeah, he's so much more into
Yeah.
everything that's digital as opposed to everything that's physical, and there's sort of like that going on in this as well, where even
Hmm.
like during the car crash, it like all of a sudden becomes like romantic.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the sax music playing
It
and
was
like
so good.
the way it's
Oh,
shot and like
so
the
good.
like traveling up the curves of the car as it's
Hmm.
like about to hit him and everything. Like it just seems like to the dude to the metal fetishist, he's just like, oh, I'm fucking this car. Like
No, well, yeah, even that, like the people bring up Cronenberg a lot, and even that, and what you
yeah.
just described is Crash. That's just
Mhm.
the whole like plot to Crash, and it's like we'll definitely cover that one day. But like Cronenberg, in a lot of ways, is a massive influence on this movie.
Oh, for sure.
It's just like it's Lynch, Cronenberg, like married into a disgusting stew.
I saw something else somewhere where it said that it was like uh something mixed with Videodrome is how
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
Tsukamoto described it as like if he described it in terms of those films,
Hmm. Hmm.
Videodrome is one of the films he used.
Makes total sense. Total sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
it is
because you do have like those influences of like, yeah, you're talking about like the cyberpunk themes of like an evil corporation maybe in the background outside the window, as you put it. And that's yeah, that's exactly what kind of feels what's going on here. Is like there's a bigger theme of evil, like infect in like a metal virus, some sort of thing infecting
If
people and shit. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah,
something else going on, and there's a real tiny look at what the fuck that is.
it's funny because like about halfway through, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get any answers regarding any of this, but like I don't like it doesn't really matter.
I don't care. Yeah,
I feel like there's at least like an internal logic, and then at a
yeah.
certain point, I was like, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened, and then it caused this to happen. Okay, even
Hmm.
without like telling me, you've still sort of told me like why this is
Yeah,
happening, but still in like in a very, very vague way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very it's indicative of a bigger thing, a bigger story going on, but what we have now, like that peek into that world, is so fascinating. Because I mean, as we were saying earlier, like it feels like it's drawn out at some points, but genuinely, there's not a boring shot in this movie. Like every single frame is literally a masterpiece. Like it looks like it's just dripping with style, and like just cool factor is turned up to 1,000. It's so fun, you know what I mean? Just it's a good time while you're watching it, even if it's a confusing time.
It's very fun, but very, very confusing.
Yeah.
You need to be alert. You need to be ready. You need to have just had your
And on the
coffee.
swivel.
I tried to watch it last night and I just kept like dozing off. And after like, I woke up and I think I was like 13 minutes into it and I was like, I
Mhm.
have no fucking idea what's happening. This is not the guy who was jamming
Yep.
metal into himself a minute ago.
Yeah,
Like, what the
exactly.
fuck is going on? Like, I need to. So
Yeah.
I did it again after waking up, after
Yeah.
resting, and I was able to get my brain cells to hold together long enough.
Yeah. It's I mean honestly worth checking out though. Genuinely, I
Yeah,
think it's
it
like, you know, even before you go, even before you listen to this, I would even say just go pop it on YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching this already, just open up another tab, you know, watch it real quick, come back and join us because it's gonna be hard to describe quite what we're watching. Like really hard to describe just what you're seeing. It's a lot of we'll be describing shapes of things or the ideas of things. It's really hard to describe the chaos in just words alone.
yeah. Yeah, we're not even gonna try to like explain what he looks like. He's a metal man.
The metal
You
man.
and you've just got to go see it to
That's
believe it.
exactly. Well, trigger warnings. What do you want to hit them with? I mean, I mean, body horror is the number one thing.
Oh,
It is.
full body transformations,
Yeah.
a lot of sex and
Hmm. Hmm.
uh penetration in so many ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um God, there's a lot of violence against women.
Yeah.
There's a kitty that is involved at
Man,
one point.
there's a couple of kitties and it's so upsetting, man.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm like I
upsetting.
don't know if this was ethically shot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I fucking better a bit.
I'm like I'm like
Uh,
at what point is it a dummy? I'm so
yeah, yeah,
sad.
exactly.
Um
But yeah, I mean, but
help me out
beyond
here.
that, I'm beyond that. I really don't think that. Well, I guess you could read some of it as assault, but it's like it turns at one point.
Is yeah, so there's like elements of that of like
Yeah,
yeah, sexual assault
just
and
yeah, and like patriarchal type of stuff kind of
mhm.
involved. I don't know. It's just like it's kind of upsetting, but honestly, more visceral and like again, like it's shot like a music video at the entire way through. So it literally just it's a lot of imagery. You're just getting a lot of fucking overstimulation in terms of sound, the visuals, everything. It's so like
Mhm.
the lack or including of a story. I have no idea if there is one. But it's just yeah, we're gonna do our best to describe this chaos in this beautiful fucking hour long cinematic experience.
There we go. We're gonna do our best. I mean, you're definitely right about the queer thing in so much as at one point these just like, well, what if I just did my makeup aggressively?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, even then, there's
Like,
like there's points in here where the Kei Fujiwara, when they're showing her,
hmm.
there's a man overdubbing her voice.
Well, that's
And so
interesting.
yeah, so like you get elements of that. So I'm like, oh, that's fascinating that it's in here. But yeah, there's just I'm telling you, there's just little things that are kind of dropped in here. I can't wait to bring up more about Kei Fujiwara. Like she is so fun.
Yeah.
Go and listen to our organ episode because that's going to be a really good companion piece for this episode.
Yeah, and they both have like they both are similar in terms of like the play like dream
Yes.
like feeling. I'm honestly like this close to making you watch Pistol Opera. And we're both gonna have such a bad time watching that. But it will be a fun conversation.
Yeah, yeah, we've had
But
those.
but it's such a bad movie. Um anyway, let's
Yeah,
talk about a
anyways,
good movie.
let's get into it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go spoiler mode here. What we do
Yes.
on this show is we talk through the plot, we talk through sort of scene by scene, and get into the minutia along the way. So it's
So if
interesting.
you have seen it, you can remember these things along the way with us. And if you haven't, we got you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting. There's like a big note on Wiki that says like this movie does not have a conventional narrative. And I'm like, I don't know. I like there's not a lot of dialogue, but
It's very
there's a
ABC.
yeah,
Like it's a very
yeah.
linear thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
it's definitely a conventional narrative. It's just
yeah,
not.
like the twist happens like 20 minutes in. It's not really like what I mean. I guess that's the most unconventional part of, but that just feels like another part of the story. They're just adding another layer to the story. It's not even a
Yeah.
twist at that point.
Yeah, it's definitely not like that crazy and hard to
Yeah,
follow.
yeah.
Like the first few scenes, but then the few lines of dialogue that are there give you enough to go, "Oh, so that's why we're following this guy," and
Yeah, you can context clues
etc.
a lot of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So we're giving you the benefit of going into each scene going, "Oh, okay, this is what's happening and that's why I'm
Hmm.
following this
Hmm. Yeah,
person."
exactly. I could have used this podcast as a guide while I was watching this
Oh,
motherfucker for
oh,
sure.
big time. Big time. Yeah, this was an interesting one. I was like, I
Hmm.
think this is what happened, and then I
Yeah.
checked and was like, okay, all right. That
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah. We had to compare notes, yeah, for sure.
yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
So the movie starts with, all throughout there's a lot of like inner cuts of almost like this like other world. It's
Hmm.
almost like metal world that he
It
like,
does, yeah.
you know,
It feels like the upside down, but but metal.
and not like metal,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like literally,
Well, kind of.
yeah, kind of, as evidenced by the kiss makeup later.
Exactly.
But yeah, he's just sort of in this like metal hell at
Hmm.
certain points. Even here, we like see him walking home in his like coveralls, his like work uniform, and he smuggled like a little piece of rebar home, and he's all excited about it. And he takes a knife and cuts open a slit in his thigh,
It looks
and
so gross,
it's
too.
so horrible. It's
Yeah.
so it's so horrifying. I guess self-mutilation was one we should have
Yeah, we
added.
should have. My bad. Our
Doop-doop-doop-doop.
bad.
Oops.
A little hat.
You're gonna have to add that in on that one. So yeah, he's mutilating up a storm, and he decides to just jam this rebar into his leg.
Yeah.
And I why couldn't tell you, but he does it. And
Yeah.
and he gets that
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
gets that thing in there and
Yeah.
he wraps it up with some gauze,
Oh.
and we get some like kind of like I said, like confusing imagery, time passing,
Hmm.
and when he unwraps the wound, it's rotting and covered in maggots.
I mean, what
And
did you expect?
yeah, yeah. Oh man, there's one shot in there too of him just like rubbing the
Oh, the
rebar through
teeth.
his
Yeah,
teeth.
through his teeth is fucking great. I love
I,
that, dude.
on an
Yeah.
artistic level, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On
Yeah,
an
yeah.
existing level, hate it, hate it.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. And that's the thing too with the sound. Like they did a really good job with the sound design.
hmm
As goofy and over the top a lot of the movie is, I will say that the sound design is really fucking good at points.
yeah.
And this is one of them for sure. Because you hear the squelching of the fucking knife digging in there and everything. It's
hmm
so
Yes,
gross.
yeah. The sound design is like incredibly top notch,
Absolutely.
especially for 1989.
Absolutely.
And we should also say the whole thing is in black and white,
Whole thing's black and
and
white.
I feel like it's probably more a budgeting thing. I've seen it said like, oh, we did it
Yeah.
in black and white because we thought that the imagery was going to be so upsetting, it'd be easier in black and white. I just feel like it's harder to make out what's going on in
I think
black and
that's what
white.
adds to it. Yeah, that's like a like it adds to the stylistic choice of that to like because we talked about even in Man Bites Dog, it adds to that grittiness of it. Like, yes, that was also them limiting because they can only shoot on black and white film and it was like cheaper.
hmm
But it was like, yeah, it works with it. It works. It adds so much texture to the movie.
hmm But much like manga, I'm like, yeah, I can appreciate the black and white, and there are certain cases where I actually do like it more. But
Oh man, with
but
the shadows of how she's lit. Oh, I
but
was
the
drooling with those. Yeah, black and white. That shadows were fucking doing so much heavy lifting in this movie. So good.
I wouldn't be opposed to a color treated version.
I would see it. I would watch
Yeah,
it.
I would
Yeah,
watch it again for that reason,
for sure. I would watch it.
just to see.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so he goes running and screaming down the road, and boy, when we tell you about the sound design of this film and the screams of this film, he's
So loud. It's so loud.
this is very Martyrs-esque,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the shoeless, pantless running down the street,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he gets hit by a car, but as he's hit by the car, it changes from this like soundscape of screaming and chaos and like industrial noise
Hmm.
to just this like dreamy, almost sexy saxophone. And we're just like moving up the grill of the car. And on the
Hmm.
car's grill is like written the word or, you know, carved or whatever, New World.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's like he's like transcending by being hit by this car. And it's
Interesting.
yeah, so I was like, okay, something's going on here. Like this is how he's gonna
Yeah.
like become the Iron Man or whatever, like
Yeah.
knowing nothing at this point in the film.
Yeah, exactly. And well, that's the thing. It goes back to the Titan part because
hmm
that opens up with her getting in a car accident, and then that's what happens. She runs up to the car and hugs it, remember? So it's
hmm
like it's literally I was like, oh wow, there's so much that this movie has influenced. Like,
hmm
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Um, and yeah, we cut to this salary man. That's what he's
Yeah.
credited as, just a businessman in a
Yeah, no one
suit.
has names. No one is named
hmm
in this movie. It's just the man.
Yeah, metal fetishist, salary man. Those are
Yeah.
the two characters so far.
Yes.
And so we see the salary man like in this like industrial like forge kind of area, and he's just screaming and sweating, and his back is like pulsating in this inhuman way.
Super gross.
And kind of like what I gathered to be happening is like he's getting rid of the car after this accident, because for the rest of the
Oh.
movie he's just walking around and he's taking public transport to work and stuff.
Interesting. I didn't even consider that. You're totally right though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're completely right.
Yeah, because after this, first thing he does is we see him go to the train.
Mm,
So
that's funny.
I think he's getting rid of the car, and we're seeing this
That
little
makes sense.
sweaty man in the metal world. Like
Sweaty
we
man.
just see him all throughout the film, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You're talking about the fully like make like black makeup like
Hmm.
thing in this like fucking incubation chamber looking
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
thing.
and we're
Yeah.
getting these shots of like the camera's like where my hand is, like on down the
Yeah.
back of his neck, and he's just like "Rah," doing little
Yeah.
goblin things, and we're
Yeah.
just seeing like the top of his hand and the back of his head.
Yeah. It looks really cool as shit though. I
Hmm.
love the way that it looks. It's so like and it pulls you in like to look closer. You're like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Hmm.
It's
It's
very
it's
cool.
it's so weird.
Hmm.
It's so strange, and you're just immediately like just questioning like what is anything, what's happening, who the fuck is Tetsuo?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I should tell you, so like Tetsu,
Yeah.
but pronounced Tets. That's how you say steel.
Oh, okay. So it just means Iron Man, right?
So Tetsu means iron, excuse me, not steel. Because there's a character in the anime My Hero Academia who is 100% a
The
reference to this
inspiration to this.
film.
Oh, what? That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's newer. It's like within the last like
Yeah.
10, 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to
I know the
say,
name for sure. I just yeah, I didn't know that this was
but yeah, if you look him up after this, you'll see like his face. He has like metal on his face and stuff, and his power is like turning his arms into
he's named
steel.
Tetsuo?
His name is Tets.
Oh, wow.
That's yeah.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking this up.
Yeah.
Like
So
I got yeah.
Tetsu.
And then Tetsu. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow, no shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, totally is.
So that's his power. He just turns into a metal man, like kind of like Colossus.
That's cool as fuck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very Colossus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Very,
dope.
very Colossus coded.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
fuck with that though. Yeah, but that also goes to how many like shit this has influenced like so much, so much. And again, how many artists have used the images, just like shots from this movie or just like scenes of like him running around or getting the transformation itself. Like how many people have used that in like stage shows, you know what I mean? Like everyone is drawn from this movie because it's so undeniably fascinating.
It is just, I was trying to see if I could find a list. I was just trying to see if I could find like a comprehensive list of all the things that it's
Oh, like it's
influenced.
actually influenced. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of one of those ones that because it's like it's if you know type shit apparently because it really is like hailed as this big thing, but it really is still a cult classic at the end of the day. Just something that those of us who are willing to dig
Hmm.
get to know about.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's the deep lore. We're letting you
Hmm.
kids in on the fucking deep lore.
Kids wouldn't know nothing about this.
Sure wouldn't.
We're turning into the podcast.
Uncast.
The
The devil's
Uncast.
Unk. Beelza Unk.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Um, So, yeah, there's just all this imagery. It's kind of arguable whether it's some sort of like daydream after
Mhm.
the accident or what happened. But shortly we come to find out that he's the one who was driving that car, and he we see him on the phone. So he comes out of this dream, and we see him on the phone while reading the paper. And there's not like a lot to say about this scene, but it's just so strange. He's on the phone with a woman, and they just
It is
continue
strange.
to
The same
like
thing
kind
over
of
and over.
erotically
Yeah.
just say hello back to each other,
Yeah.
which is moshi moshi.
Mhm.
But they just moshi moshi,
Yeah,
moshi moshi,
it's
moshi
so weird.
moshi, moshi moshi.
For
Just
like
like
5 of the minutes of this entire 67-minute film is just
it's
taken up with them fucking saying hello.
and he's like sweating while he's saying it,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
she's like, "Are you okay?" Like he stops for a second. She's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just like preoccupied." And that she mentions the incident and
Yeah. Well,
he
she just says I haven't been able to like sleep right since, and then that's
mm,
it. She just says like she trails off after that, and I was
mm,
like, oh, that's cool because they only show the image of them having sex. They
mm.
don't show the car accident, I think, at this point, or like they don't show that they're there at the scene. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't know that quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, who the fuck is this guy? What's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so he heads out and goes to work, and he's going to the train platform, and he sits next to a woman, and as he's sitting there,
This is so cool.
she notices this like pile of just random pieces of metal like fused together somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she takes like a pencil and she goes and like tries to stick it inside. And it seems like she can see our little sweaty metal hell goblin
That's what I
guy.
was trying to figure out.
That's what it seems like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I was trying to
It
figure that out too. I was like, are you aware of his existence when you're like looking
it
at this?
yeah, it seems like she sees him and she's confused and
Mm-hmm.
in like almost like a trance-like state. Because if you saw something like that, you'd be like, yeah, you'd be
Yeah,
confused,
yeah, I'd be
you
locked in.
know? Yeah. And she like pokes the pencil inside and then starts like spasming, like she's been like infected. And
Yeah, like a fork in the light socket.
yeah, pretty much.
Which happens later
It does
on.
happen later on. A little
It's,
sizzle for the sausage right
it's
there.
so funny.
Fucking so she becomes she becomes like a zombie metal
Yeah,
clawed like metal in her face like monster woman.
yeah,
And it's so interesting because he notices her and gets scared and she starts chasing after him,
yeah.
but she chases after him and he runs away in the most like polite way. It's it feels very purposeful because like I said, to me it feels like a lot of this is sort of like the high expectation of
Oh
like
yeah.
manners and the way
Hmm.
you present yourself in Japanese society,
Yeah.
that like even if you're running from a monster, like you don't want to like full on sprint and like
Yeah, upset him. Yeah.
obstruct other people's day,
Yeah.
you know.
That's funny that you put it that way. You're entirely correct. Yeah, that's 100% the right read of that.
It's yeah, it's just like so weird. And
Hmm.
she chases him like down into the tunnel and down around some corners and into the bathroom, and he goes and hides in the toilet stall.
Yeah.
And she's looking around for him, and he's doing a terrible job remaining silent,
Mm.
just like gasping and moaning and everything. And there's for some reason like a grate above the toilets.
Oh my God, this
And
fucking scene was nasty,
he's
dude.
like looking down in the toilet, and then just a piece of flesh like lands in the water,
Mm.
all bloody and gooey. And he looks up, and she's up there screaming at him.
She's cheese grating her fucking hand, dude. Like, it's disgusting.
It's wild.
It's fucking nasty. She's shaving off pieces of it, like fucking crawling, like clawing at the yeah, the grating. It's yeah, that's literally what it is.
And
Oh, that's
he
disgusting.
he like tries to escape, and she jumps down, and they start wrestling. Like it's very wrestling coded.
Yep.
And she beats his ass for a
Oh, she
while.
whoops that ass, bro.
But suddenly he starts to grow little metal parts as well,
Hmm.
like on
Hmm.
his arm and his ankles, and
Yeah.
he hits her in the head with like his forearm, not his hand,
Hmm.
and like knocks her out, and he's able to escape. At one point he stabs her in the throat and it just does
Oh, that was
nothing.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just I think it was a pen or something like that. Usually he hits her with a pen.
Hmm.
Yeah, he stabs her in the throat with a pen and then just fucking nothing. She just
Hmm.
she just eats that shit.
Keeps coming, no sell. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, she fucking. I didn't hear no bell. His ass.
And does he end up killing her? I don't think he ends up killing her. I think he just escapes
I
her.
think he just escapes. Yeah, I don't think he. Well, because again, you would think the pen would be the thing to fucking end it, but
Yeah.
oh,
So
you know, doesn't he? Okay, I think it is. He has her up against the wall, and he doesn't he like shove his hand or something like that.
I think he does that with his girlfriend later.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's later.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
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 getting
pretty
mixed
sure
up.
he just escapes this
Yeah,
encounter.
yeah, yeah.
And then he goes home, and when he goes home, he realizes he like removes his sleeve and sees
Ugh.
that the metallization is happening.
Yeah. The metalize. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. He's becoming the
He
Iron Man now.
he is becoming. I'm glad you said that.
Hmm.
There's an early episode of Babylon 5 where there's a guy who's like have been experimented on, and there's telepaths and telekinetics in Babylon 5.
Oh, okay.
And he's one of both, and he's been experimented on to like increase his powers, and he's just like several times has like the Charles Xavier like headache where everyone's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and at the end of the episode, uh, they send him out on like a ship so he can escape. And I think it gets blown up, and the bad guys are like, "Yeah, we got him." But then all of a sudden, he just this giant like psionic manifestation
Oh shit.
appears, and he becomes like a god
Oh shit.
eventually.
That's sick.
And but when he's having the tremors at one point, someone says like, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And he goes, "I am becoming."
That's it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said he is
That's
becoming.
hilarious. He is becoming. Yes.
Becoming.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Okay. Word. Word, my guy. Aren't we all becoming?
Hey, I'm a becoming, you know what I'm saying?
So dumb.
I'll play my cards right. So after reckoning with his arms and his ankles, he's gaining like little boosters on his ankles and
Yeah,
his
yeah. He goes skating down the street, man.
it's so funny. He just has little like jets, which also
Yeah.
there is a character in My Hero because My Hero is basically manga X-Men.
Oh,
It's
fun.
basically
Fun.
mutants, but like 80% of the population are mutants, and the powers are a little more freeform than
Hmm.
in X-Men. You know,
That's
like
fun.
there's another guy who's for sure inspired by Tetsuo. Igenium, I think is his name, and or Inganium, because his whole thing is he has engines in his calves, and so
Oh,
he
what?
has little like uh, exhausts sticking out of the back of his
What
calves
the
that he
fuck?
like
Oh yeah,
shoots fire out
100%
of.
looks like yeah, he looks like a Power Ranger.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. This looks fucking sick. Yeah, I gotta check this show out, man. This fucking looks good.
it's really good, and the last season starts next month, so
Oh, that's cool.
at least you didn't have to ride it out for 8 years like I did. You just go right into it. Um, so after his encounter, we have a segment where, so yeah, so when he goes home, that's when we have you're right, that's when he goes skating down the street, the stop motion.
Dude, it's so good. It looks so cool though. That's what I'm saying. It really is
I think this is the best one without a person in it. When they have people in it, they just weren't sure what to have them like do in each
doing, yeah,
frame.
yeah, yeah. So like
So
there's ones where he's like
that's
posing down the street and then just like stays posed in that like
it,
same.
yeah, like it kind of just looks like he's sliding down the
Yeah,
street,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So it's kind of just
I
like,
fuck with it though, dude. That's it's again, it's so stylistic. That's the thing. This whole movie is just cool. that's just cool as fuck to look at. It's cool as fuck to like, like watch as it unfolds. But like, yeah, he does rocket. He goes like, what is it? Sonic. I
Gotta
forgot
go
which.
fast.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta go fast down the street.
Going supersonic. Um, so fast motion, or excuse me, stop motion zooms home
hmm
and to a metal shop, and he has like kind of a little freak out about everything that's going on, and this is where he discovers like, oh fuck, I'm turning into Metal Man. Like, what do I do? What's happening?
Yeah, yeah,
And he then has a very strange, erotic dream about his girlfriend with a
yeah,
giant metal tentacular penis
yeah.
pegging him.
hmm hmm
And it's
She she gets to work on that
the
on that behind, bro.
the stop motion of the tentacle penis like caressing him.
It's so yeah, it's so funny. Because like you see her just with like the penis in front of her, and I was just like, where is this going? And then I just see him,
I
I'm
was
like,
like, why do I
oh.
recognize her? Why does this seem on brand for this woman? Why does this just seem like another normal
Exactly.
Tuesday for her?
100%, because it fucking is,
It's because
dude.
it's Kei
That's Cage
Fujiwara.
Fujiwara. Yeah, absolutely, dude. She
Yeah,
is. Oh my god, she looks so cool in this movie, though. That's what
she
I'm
does.
saying.
She's his little metal penis fuck demon.
Metal
Wow, that there's for sure a Japanese power metal band with that name.
Penis Fuck Demon
I
is
wouldn't be
definitely releasing their new EP next week.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that as like the name of the band doing an opening for an anime.
And that would be amazing. Absolutely.
There's they would fit right in with 9mm parabellum bullet.
Which I know you say as an
No,
actual band.
yeah,
Like I
that
know that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah, without knowing, you know. That's an actual fucking band.
that's incredible.
But anyway, yeah, we have a nice protracted drawn out. You're like, what's happening? What's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen?
yeah.
But you're
She's
right.
wiggling it in his face.
You're right though, because it is interesting that like Japan does have like sort of a fascination with like gender like lines being crossed. Like,
Yeah,
um,
dog. It's called hentai.
well, for sure. But I mean, like, they're more open about it than like if you had, you know, a woman with a penis in something in 1989
hmm
in America, even like a fake one like this. But with the way things are working in this movie, in this
Yeah.
dream sequence, it's like a living part of her,
hmm
you know? So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, you
Literally.
know, but yeah, it would not have played the same way to an
No.
American audience if it was
Yeah.
made in America.
But that's what I mean is like I fuck with the punk rock like viewpoints of all of it. It's just
It
like
is very grimy punk rock.
it
It's
is because they come from that. That's what I'm saying. We were talking about it in the Organ episode. Like they all come from that theater troupe. They have like
mhm,
they were known for putting on small productions, but like dedicating the fuck out of their time to building these sets, to building these like effects and everything. And like that's where these movies came out of a lot of the time too, was because they built the stage production and just like even he talks about it. Like he's just like I put so much time into that, like I just didn't want to like let it go to waste. I'm like,
mm,
yeah, dude. So like it's like reusing what you have and what you have at your, at your disposal. So it's like it's so cool. But even then, like all of the punk rock viewpoints, like it's a very progressive film. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like as it, and again, and being that it's exploring all of these gender like identity things and even like gender themes throughout that are being explored. Even this just alone, but I think this was one of the scenes where her voice is dubbed over. It's either right here or the next scene, but
mm,
yeah, her voice is dubbed over at one point. And I was like, oh, that's cool as fuck, dude. I was just like, it's super awesome.
mm.
I love the inclusion of all that.
Yeah. No, I mean you're definitely right. I mean, it's definitely a lot of it's about his sexuality,
hmm
you know.
Absolutely.
So you're
100%.
you're totally right. I guess to me, I guess what I should have said at the beginning is like the biggest theme and the overarching, and it kind of all those things are sort of included within it
Yeah,
is like the appearances and
in society,
yeah, but then
and what
but then we
Japanese
kind of
society,
but
yeah.
then we sort of like get deeper and deeper into that in different ways. So
Yeah.
you're definitely right. Um, so he has this dream, and it's funny. It says that he gets sodomized. I mean, what's Gamorizing? You
On
know,
Gomorrah.
like how come we're only giving respect to half the hood? You know, like I just want you to think about that. Okay, the angels killed a lot of
So
people
good.
that day. They weren't all
Gomorrah.
sodomites. Some of them were Gamorites, and I, for one, believe in Gamorites' rights.
Exactly. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was fucking phenomenal. That was so funny. That was great. That was excellent.
No notes. A lot of
A
questions, but no
lot of
notes.
questions. No notes.
Lot of questions, but no notes. Um, he
Oh,
wakes
man.
up in his apartment and goes to the bathroom, and we see him picking at like scabs on his face.
Yeah, it's
And
like acne, but it's metal.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you got like a staple stuck in your fucking skin or something like that.
something we glossed over earlier that becomes important later is the morning that we he had the phone call and everything before he went to
Oh, he
work.
pops that
He
pimple.
shaves, and when he
Oh.
shaves, there's like a piece of metal stuck in his face,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of where it all starts for him. So
Yeah,
we did forget to mention that.
it's all good.
Um,
It's a spectacle, dog. We're just going.
yeah, and you're right. He pops that pimple. It's horrifying.
Oh, it's fucking nasty, dude.
And he's picking at that metal basically, and he ends
Mm-hmm.
up taking off like a pretty large section of his
Slab,
cheek skin.
just a slab of his cheek.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
And he's just got screws and bolts and
uh,
everything just underneath, and he's freaking out in
She
his
isn't she like outside the door asking him like if he's okay or something like that?
she's in bed, and
She's in bed,
she
yeah.
starts to wake up, and she asks if he's okay, and he just tells her like everything's fine,
Yeah.
and he like
It's
tries to
fucking
cover it
crazy.
up. And then we cut to him having sex with her, but he has like things wrapped around where every piece of him that's becoming metal is. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has
Mm-hmm.
like cloth wrapped around his arm and around his ankles and then like a patch on his face.
Yep.
And he's having sex with her, and we cut to uh her eating so
Oh my
weirdly.
God, this is so
It
gross,
cracks
dude.
me up. I've said this before about another thing where I was like, have these people ever had sex?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
it's just so weird. It's not even like sexual. It's just
Yeah.
odd. She's
It's just
just
him like hugging her really aggressively.
it's just it's very suggestive in some ways. But it's very weird. And then something that makes it even stranger is that there's all these like metal on metal noises. But
Yeah.
it's all the like her it's like her tongue
It's her
touching the
tongue rubbing
food.
against the food. Yeah, it's very
It's
cool.
making like the same sound as
Yeah, there's
the
also the goofy gunshot effects that were hilarious. I was like, what the fuck is going
yeah,
on?
there's also throughout the movie a lot of like little pieces of whatever's on television like spliced into everything, and
Oh, those are so cool though. I
there's like
love
one sped up laugh
the
that
little
we get.
cackle. Yeah, the little cackle was fucking ruining me every time it came in, dude. It's so good.
It's so fucking yeah, it's so strange.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
like the freeform sampling going
Oh,
on.
I love it, dude.
I
Love it.
was wondering like sort of what exactly everything was and how purposeful it was or wasn't, you know.
Hmm.
I should have tried to note all the little things that popped up on the TV.
No, it's all good. There's too much. There's too much. I get it.
Thank you for the out. Um,
No, I get it.
so as she's, licking all of the pieces of their little summer salad here. He's getting real riled up, and all of a sudden, a huge metal drill bursts through the
Burst through the
table,
table. I swear to
and
God.
and it turns out that that's his cock.
That's his peener.
That's his that's his cock-a-doodle doo.
Oh,
He's ready to
fucking
drill.
this fucking movie, dude.
It's so ridiculous.
It's
And
so much, dude.
he like backs up like scared he's gonna hurt her, and she's immediately like enthralled with it.
Yeah, exactly. No, no, like scared. No, none of that. She's just like, oh, I
It's
wonder
it's
what that feels like.
it's so weird, and they have this like erotic fight scene where
Yeah,
like
that's the
at
best way to
point
put that.
at points he's trying to impale her with it, at points she's trying to impale herself on it, at points he's she's like fighting him, at points they're like
Yeah.
kissing, it's and they're like fighting all across the house, and she stabs him in the neck with a knife eventually.
hmm
And
This is when she's on top of him, right? On the
hmm
floor. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And then she does one final trick on it.
yep. She stabs him with the knife and thinks he's dead, and he blacks out. And when he comes to, like, all throughout the movie, we keep seeing these shots of what looks like I thought it was like just supposed to be a porno at first, and then eventually I was like, oh, it kind of looks like him. And then
Hmm.
eventually I'm like, oh, it is them. So it just cuts
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
them in the woods just having sex
Yep.
against a tree,
Yeah.
and he wakes up, and she's, as you said, doing one ultimate trick on it. The performance of a lifetime. This is the final act of the Flying Graysons. This is where Robin was found.
How Robin was made.
True. Very true. Um, and
It's like,
it's kind of up in the air. Like I couldn't understand like what was going on, but I have seen it described as she thought that she killed him, so she committed suicide.
oh, she
But
Romeo and Juliet did?
by doing that, I just took it as like none of them are acting sensibly during all
Hmm
of this, and
hmm
she just decided, actually, I do want it.
That's what I fucking thought too. I was just like,
It just seems like there's an insanity attached to
yeah.
whatever the fuck is going on here.
That's why that like whole thing it read like to me initially when I was watching it, I was like, oh, the little dude inside the little incubation chamber. I was
Mhm.
like, is he like the metal virus? Like, is
Yeah,
he
this
like the
little evil
embodiment?
man,
Yeah, yeah. I
like,
was like, is he like the embodiment of the virus? It's something like, is he how it spreads, or is he looking for like a new, host, or what was? I had no idea. You know what I mean? And still, in a lot of ways, fucking don't.
yeah. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like where he is never explained.
Never, never. There's just back and forth shots of him in a wet, dark, little moist hole.
His favorite place.
Pause.
Rewind. Frame by frame, step by step, picture in picture.
Yeah, yeah, no, but he looks fucking incredible though. I think and even again like as the transformation's happening too, it is like they do the subtle things with like the him popping the zit or like popping the little piece of metal. They do little things, and then it just goes over the fucking top with his whole arm
Yeah.
getting transformed and
Oh
shit.
yeah. By the end, it's going completely fucking crazy. I
Yeah,
mean, at this
yeah,
point, he has a giant drill for a cock.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's
It's so
the
funny.
shark has been jumped. Like there's no going back.
They're doing tricks on the shark now.
That's right. Put the drill down, and then release your legs from the ground. Now you're spinning. Now
So
you're spinning.
nice, man.
That's the plot to Gurren Lagann.
I
Um,
swear. Oh my God.
And so he realizes what has happened, um, and is, beyond consolation. Let's put it that way.
Putting it lightly.
And we see now the perspective of the fetishist, the victim of the
Yes.
hit and run at the beginning. And so we just see sort of like these looping events over and over, and we're getting like more and more context each time. So
Hmm.
to sort of quickly summarize about 5 to 10 minutes of this, he's hit by the car, and the salary man, who in the current timeline is now the Iron Man, but at this
Hmm.
point he's still the salary man. Him and his girlfriend get out of the car, and he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And the fetishist isn't answering, and he realizes, he's killed this guy, or this guy is dying. And so they throw him in the back of the car. They drive him to the woods, and they throw him.
Down a hill.
They just throw him down a hill and just leave him on the side of the fucking road.
It's just like, well,
And
that'll do it.
and the girlfriend realizes that uh he's watching them, and for whatever reason it just starts to turn her on.
Turns her on.
So not only do they kill this guy, but they end up fucking as he's laying there dying.
That's pretty fucked up, man.
Ultimate insult.
Yeah,
It's pretty
exactly.
bad. Pretty bad. It's
Exactly.
cold fish levels, if we're being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, straight up. Oh man, go listen to our cold fish episode.
Very cold fish,
Yeah,
reminiscent.
absolutely.
And he he's found by some doctor. Like we don't see the finding, but we see the doctor speaking. The guy who's like sweating
Yeah.
in a hut, and he's telling whoever he's talking to, who I believe it's the fetishist.
Hmm.
He's telling him, "You barely survived. If not for that thing that was in your brain, whoever put it there was like an artisan. Like
Yeah, it's so
you're
weird how
you're
he like
so
speaks
lucky
about
that
it.
was in your brain. It's the only thing that saved you.
Hmm.
I was able to bring you back essentially." And so what's happened is that this fetishist jamming this metal into his body throughout his life at one point jammed some into his head that is now in his brain, and that plus getting hit by the car and like all this
Oh, like
spite and
triggered the
hatred,
events.
it like gave him telepathic powers.
Interesting.
And so he's like telepathically, telekinetically, like attaching all this metal to him and like
Oh,
laughing
that's
at
what's
him.
happening. Okay, because I was trying to figure out, it was like, what is going on with all the metal in the house? Because it just like crushes and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's really trippy how they do that. That was good stop motion. That was good
Yeah.
stop motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so it's not like fully explained. There's
Hmm.
like obviously a lot of like supernatural elements to that,
Yeah.
but he's able to like torment them using these powers. And I don't know how that explains like turning the random woman into a
Yeah.
monster,
Yeah.
for example. But somehow, and you see like as it goes on, like as this new character emerges, you'll see him do a lot of like with his hands and like
Yeah.
gestures. So he is
Yeah.
like, using his mind to do these
That
things.
almost feels like sequel bait. You know what I mean? Like, so I'd be really curious to see if they explore that further, like her character.
You know what though? It's not a direct sequel. It's just another movie.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was a direct sequel.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I would think
Okay.
it would be too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind it
That's
kind
neat.
of
I
it
mean,
kind of begs what happens
for
next.
sure, for sure. Especially that fucking ending. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck happened after that?
So basically something about the metal in his brain
Hmm.
is what triggered all of
Triggered
this.
all of that. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so it seems to me like he's like menacing him mentally, but then
Hmm.
also using like because telepathy is like mind to mind connection.
Hmm.
Telekinetics is like picking it
Moving
up and
shit with
moving
your
things.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like telepathically tormenting them and then telekinetically like sticking and fusing this metal to him
Crazy.
somehow. And
Crazy.
and then he decides to like stick some of this metal to himself. He goes through like a whole transformation phase. We see him with like a flamethrower arm,
Yeah.
which is so weird.
Pretty fucking baller
It is.
though.
And every boy's dream.
Exactly.
Every boy dreams of a flamethrower arm.
Every boy.
That's why so many people like Elon Musk. He gave them
Yeah,
flamethrowers,
exactly. Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Let's not get sad this episode. We've been
And
getting sad a lot of this recently on this show.
yeah, today's a happy day.
Today's a happy day.
Let's just end it on why does no one who has a Tesla know how to drive? Not one. Not
I
one.
have the exact same
It's
question.
absurd. Not one.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
100% agree.
anyway. So then this new challenger appears, ready to torment the Iron Man, who at this
Hmm.
point is more iron than man.
Then,
He's like
yeah,
fully like kaiju suited
is
up at
a
this
80
point.
iron 20 man.
Exactly. And he shows up with his spiky hair and his fucking
So
eyeliner.
sick, dude. The guy liner on there, fuck yeah, dude. That shit is fucking hard.
And this is Tsukamoto himself.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. He looks incredible though. Like that's the thing. Stylistically, this whole fucking like this segment and obviously the ending, everything just slaps so hard because you're just like enthralled with what's going on the screen. You're just like, what am I actually looking at? Like
Yeah, it's kind of like the last 3 minutes of Dead or Alive is the entire 65 minutes of this
yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Go listen to our Dead or Alive episode.
All three of them.
Episodes. Yeah, I was gonna say episodes.
All three of them. We got
All
all the
three of
way
them.
through all of them. From the
God, that
Yakuza all the way to
fucking
the penis head monster.
yeah. That series took some fucking turns, man.
It sure the fuck did.
Oh man.
Um, so yeah, we oh, and this is also where he electrocutes himself. We talked
Oh,
about
was the night the fork in the light socket?
fork in
Yeah.
the light socket. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like trying to Romeo and Juliet yourself in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. Which I
Um,
don't think we did a trigger warning for suicide because I don't think it actually ends in that at any point. So self harm would have been a good one to just blanket
yeah,
term it, but
would have been. I already did a song about it.
there we
And he has this interesting power where it seems like he's like and any like the metal that he touches has like this effect that moves down it. It's like turning into like mulch or something. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it looks like clay or like
Yeah, when
something.
it like gets closer to his body, I guess, like it melts down into a mulch type of thing. But yeah, it's like him, like it just yeah, literally it just melts down the metal into like a protective fucking goo.
But he like well, I guess he's turning his body into it is what's going on because he like shows up outside the house and inside the house the salaryman has like moved the girlfriend's body to the tub and at one point we see him
Yeah,
it looks like he's like bathing himself in like boiling water and but
I
that's
forgot about that, but yeah, you're totally right.
and that's like between that and when we see him again he's like transformed so much
Hmm. Hmm.
and he's got her in the tub and her arm is like up on the spout
Yeah,
holding the
the
knife
knife that she
that she,
stabbed him with.
yeah and her
Yeah.
arm is like moving
Yeah,
like
well, I thought he was moving in at first, but I mean, then I watched another minute of the movie.
yeah her arm just keeps moving there like limply like barely um and the fetishist appears outside and he which crazy supervillain name You can hit me as hard as you want, Batman. It will only make me calm. Ooh, tying me
Marvel
up now.
Marvel presents the fetishist.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Send me to prison where they'll hang me on the gallows? It would be the ultimate knot. God damn it. We just don't hit him. Don't he wants that.
Fucking stupid.
There's no winning.
That was so dumb.
There's no
This movie's
winning.
good. Oh man.
Ooh, shit on my chest. Captain America. He just gets control of the earth because no one wants to accidentally make him come. Iron Man's like, well, I could just like secretly carpet bomb your house in the middle of the night. That's my biggest turn on. God damn it. Just
Oh my
everything
god.
is his vibe. I'm gonna expand this character.
Give me a moment. Hold on.
This he's living, he's breathing.
Oh.
This is something you could sink your teeth into. Oh, I like that.
So dumb.
And for some reason, that's his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know why. So
Where
anyway,
the fuck were we in this movie?
anyway,
Let's
the
get back to reality, which is this movie.
yeah, the sick reality.
Yeah.
So the fetishist appears outside and he like grabs like a spout, just like a hose spout,
Hmm.
on the side
Hmm.
of the house, and the like mulch effect goes down the pipe, down through the underground, up and out where she is. And then he basically like possesses her body and attacks him with her body, and he's fighting against her and basically forced to kill her again,
Hmm.
and she just sort of transforms into like that mulchy dirty
Shit's
substance,
crazy.
and then the fetish is just like pulls himself out. I wish the listeners could see that one. The viewers can, but the listeners, it's hard to put words on how
All of
that
this.
works.
Trying to put fucking all of this into words, man.
We gotta hang it up. We got our first 10,000. We're never gonna make it 20,000. Put your face in your water. Tariffs on podcast equipment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, and so they get into a whole superpowered fight and just sort of fight their way around town,
Hmm.
back and forth. And there's a lot of chasing each other in stop motion that
Oh,
goes
it's so
on.
cool, dude.
And the fetishist is just like attaching more and more metal to him as
Hmm.
they go, and it's just like becoming harder and harder for him to continue to fight back.
Because he's becoming harder and harder.
And then there's just like a very strange thing that happens where it like almost made me wonder, like, is this like a projection, a mental projection of the fetishist or something?
Yeah.
Because he's like chasing him around and beating him down, and then all of a sudden there's this like vagrant with a metal rod who's like starts swinging at like the perspective of the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, just like whooping the camera's ass.
Yeah, and we can gather that it's the fetishist who's getting beat up. And
Getting his shit rocked.
I've seen people say it's like a vision from his childhood that's supposed to like
Weird.
inform why he like wants to jam metal in himself.
Okay.
But
The
it's
fuck?
I don't know. It was so weird. It just happens in the middle of the fight
Yeah.
and just like gives the Iron Man the chance to like uh, get the upper hand, and he runs away into an old factory, and the fetishist appears, and I think he basically says something that to me indicated like he set all of this up and he knew that they would like finish their fight in this place, and he like has like a huge those like crane
Mm-hmm.
magnets at one
Mm-hmm.
point that tries to grab him, but it just ends up like assimilating. And basically, it seems like at some point during this fight, it goes from him sticking the metal on the salary man to the salary man, like now that he's become a metal man, just actually choosing to like absorb things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a moment where they become wrapped up in each other, and the fetishist tells him the very first piece of metal that I ever stuck inside of myself was already rusted, so all of my metal like has been rusted from the start, and you were lucky that the shaver you had was made of stainless steel. And he's like holding him
Oh,
and starting
interesting.
to absorb him, and the fetishist like tells him like, no, why would you do this, like you don't want to rust yourself, like why are you gonna tarnish yourself to absorb me?
Mm-hmm.
And he turns into this like weird freaky ass like Jason and the Argonauts
Yeah.
fucking you know what I'm talking about, the like stop motion 90s, like I think it's like a Hydra.
No. You see?
Maybe it's Jason and the Argonauts. It's like some sort of
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a big ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Greek
Greek
thing,
statue
like
looking thing. Yeah,
pointy teeth,
it totally
weird
is.
neck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he turns into like this weird like snaky headed thing
Mm-hmm.
and tries to fly away, but then he like uses the magnet to pull him back
Yeah.
and just absorbs him, and then they just have this like strangely erotic moment where it's sort of like the whole rust thing is sort of like almost like meta contextually. It's like, oh, why are you gonna love me, I'm lower class,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
have all these things and you're gonna rust yourself over me. And he's just like, no, it's okay. And then they have this
Mm-hmm.
like almost Final Fantasy-esque, like where there's like two big monsters, but then you see like their souls.
Yeah.
And it's just like two naked guys
Yeah.
holding
Holding
hands
hands.
with the camera spinning. Which, to be clear, we literally get
Yeah.
two naked
Yeah.
guys holding
Yeah.
hands with the
Yeah.
camera spinning,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Yeah.
Um, and so these guys decide that they're in love and that they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna become one big metal monster together. And they're just this weird two-headed, it's three kids in a trench coat, but they're a metal man.
Two metal men in the trench coat.
Am I wrong? Like the
That's
way his
so
face is
funny.
like.
Yeah, yeah. Up at the bottom of the stomach or some shit. Yeah, it's so funny.
And I really
That's
like
so funny.
I really like the way they deliver their lines during
Oh
this,
yeah.
where they're talking back and forth, and the face of the salary man who's on the bottom, he's like all melted and
Mm-hmm.
covered in metal and everything, and he's got all this bile coming out of his mouth, and he just goes, "I feel great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so good right
Yeah.
now." But he just like looks horrible, and
Yeah.
the top one holding a Mac 10 for some reason.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
for
Fuck
no
yeah, dude. I was like, fuck yeah. Why not? Pull out the fucking blicky, bro. Why not?
so silly.
Why
And
not?
then they decide that they can transform this into their new metal world together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do say like we're gonna go destroy like these corrupt governments and corporations.
Mm-hmm. The line I believe is our love can destroy the fucking world or something like that. I believe
Hmm.
was the yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I love that. I was like, whoa, what is this, dude? This is such a fucking cool ass movie.
It's crazy. And that's it. That's the end.
Yeah,
That's the whole movie. They go off to destroy the world, presumably.
yeah.
And the fact that they're not talked about in the sequel and everything like just leads me to believe
They
They just
succeeded.
they just took a long walk off a short pier and just drowned. Like they don't seem like they're like mentally fully there anymore at the end, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, man, and that's like that's the movie. That's the whole which is that's it. Wrap it up. Fucking put the kids to bed. That's it, man.
Oh, supposedly this was based on a play that he wrote, direct, and performed in college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was called Phantom of Human Size, I want to say. Phantom of Normal Size.
Mm.
I believe it was what was the name of that?
The Phantom in regular
In
size.
regular size. Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, this was so it was the like precursor to what he would eventually end up doing and like how the ideas explored in that would be fleshed out for lack of a better term in this movie. And yeah, again, same thing. He started it, he directed it, he did everything for it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess the metal fetishist is in all three movies.
Oh, that's the through line.
Interesting. So I wonder how that works. I'm enthralled. I'm
We
I'm
definitely need to do these fucking
I'm
movies. I'm
definitely
so
gonna
excited.
definitely gonna have to see another one.
Absolutely.
At one point, he was offered to make a third movie with Quentin Tarantino,
Wow.
but it was gonna be uh, it was just something that Tsukamoto didn't believe in. Like what they ended up telling him was like, "This is the concept for the movie. Tarantino's gonna direct it. We just need your blessing." And he
Yeah.
was just ultimately like, "I don't think that's the idea."
Fuck yeah.
And then
Hey,
he,
fuck yeah. Good for him for sticking to it.
yeah, and he
Oh
waited
yeah.
like another 10 or so years
And then
before
did his own thing.
doing the third one, which apparently people say is bad, but I guess we'll find out.
And we'll find out.
We
We'll
will
see.
find out when we
You'll
get there.
absolutely see.
The
Yeah.
first film has a $17,000 American budget.
What the fuck? That's nuts, dude.
And then his budget later increased to 100,000 after convincing some producers
Wow.
to help complete it. So he must have done enough of it to show someone to be like, I
A
just need
proof of concept.
enough money to like finish this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of the filming happened at Kei Fujiwara's apartment where they decided to sleep each night to save on travel costs.
Yep. And she was
Tomo
down for the cause, dude. She's the shit.
Tomorowo Taguchi, who plays the salary man,
Hmm.
felt the staff would experience cabin fever if they lived in a tiny apartment over a long period of time, and decided to keep his distance to protect his relationship with Tsukamoto. As he predicted, the staff started to become hostile and began to quit until only the actors remained. Fujiwara and Tsukamoto also got into heated arguments over creative differences, and
Yeah.
as a result, they never collaborated again after The
Hmm.
Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks. I mean, well, like she was down for it though. Like they were the whole drill scene. They needed to drill a hole into her door, and she was just like, "All right, you go ahead." And I'm like, "That's crazy, dude."
That's wild.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
she's fucking awesome.
she was also the co-cinematographer.
That's wild. Yeah, well, because everyone jumped down, jumped
Mhm.
ship.
Well, but she also did a lot of the cinematography in Oregon. So
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
so
right. We
she,
talked about that. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
in
she
order to show physical damage in the movie, they had to actually damage the apartment it was filmed in. There wasn't any smoke and mirrors involved. They actually drilled a
they
hole in her
just drilled
door.
a hole in her door.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's
That,
so good. That's what I mean. There's so much heart in this thing. There's so much like love and care put into this movie, and it's so interesting because it's such a spectacle to behold, and you're not really like sure about what the message is, but you know that there is one in there. So underneath all of that grime, and
hmm
you gotta sift through it.
hmm
But yeah, it's fascinating fucking movie, man.
hmm Exactly what it says on the tin. All three movies take their titles to literal levels.
So Body Hammer is gonna be one.
Yep, body
That's
hammer.
so funny.
I'm the body hammer.
God damn it. Not now, Statham.
They say
I'm
my
trying.
body's like a hammer.
So stupid. Oh man. Well, do you want to get into the ratings?
Um, I want to talk a little bit about what you said because I did find an article titled Finding Radical Queer Pride in Tetsuo the Iron Man."
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I want you go into it a little bit more before I like, because you clocked it like going through, and I'm more so rereading it, looking at everything again. I was like, "Oh yeah, wow." Like
Yeah,
there were
yeah,
some
yeah.
things that were obvious, but
Even the ending of what you just explained is just like him kind of like coming to terms with the sexuality, essentially, is like what that
yeah.
reads as. That's there's no other reading of that, of that ending. But it's fascinating too because yeah, the gender things that are being played with, like the gender norms, obviously, being such a heavily, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, not speculate. No, it's just like they're heavily involved with like you should be straight, you should be heteronormative, you should be, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a very strict societal guide outlines for what those norms are over there, and this is sort of like someone questioning that. I don't know. I don't pretend to know Tsukamoto's like what his sexuality is or what any of that. I don't pretend to know any of that, but like it is clearly something he is doing as a thought piece for people who do feel this way. You know what I mean? Like so. Whether or not he identifies with the subject matter itself is I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough to know, but for someone who was, is gender queer or like, gender questioning, anything like that, you can definitely see how they would attach to this film because these are being presented. There's a very masculine voice coming from a feminine presenting, character. And then even in the end, like the lines of like not knowing, if you're good enough to, or if you're too good to be involved with my rust. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I think
Yeah,
all of those
that
things.
really stood out to me on like a like re-examination as like
Yeah,
especially it's like a complicated thing to, comment on because I don't like believe it to be true, but like how a lot of people and especially at the time viewed like gay people as being like more prone to like sexually transmitted diseases.
it's literally a
You
comment
know,
on the AIDS epidemic as
it
well.
because there is like that is something that's like kind of interesting to me is like there are for sure couples out there where they're just like, yeah, even though that's your reality, like I fucking love you, so I'm gonna
Hmm.
deal with that in whatever way a couple deals with that,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
is something that like I do think about sometimes. I'm like, that must be like
hard.
so much to navigate, but
Yeah,
like there's for sure someone out there navigating. Just because someone did have that wouldn't mean that like they're no longer valid or like need love, you know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly.
So it's crazy to like just sort of think about that like lived reality that people have. And I'm not, 100% like that's the comment, but I think that you can
Oh, the
sort of
discussion
like
is there. The
read a little bit about that
Yeah, the
and
conversation is there to be had for sure. Like absolutely. And again, like that's why I liken this a lot more when I've watched it now. I'm like, oh, this is a lot more like Titan than I realized on the first even like two initial viewings. But like a lot of that is also explored in Titan. There's a very direct way they're going about it. Like, the character, she is having to disguise herself as a younger boy to be able to like kind of get through, navigate her troubles and her situation. And then there's kind of something within that where she already felt masculine to begin with, even in her feminine appearing, persona. And that like all of that is kind of explored within this movie just in a very splatter kind of shot way.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna send you this article just because it's an interesting read, but
Please.
just for the sake of like the listener, I just want to sort of like breeze over some parts here
Yeah,
because
please. Please.
it goes like a lot deeper than either of us even realize. And everything you've said has been completely spot on, but there's like
Mhm.
even more, so um the demolition of the central character's straight ego sends a salaryman on a spiritual pilgrimage through emotions associated with grief before he embraces inescapable truth. This arc is one that many closeted or once closeted folks can relate to and perhaps
Yeah.
sympathize with. Um, So they're talking about how he's like stably employed and he's a salary man, but
Yep.
when he's introduced, he's already in a state of torment and distress. He writhes and flails in a spotlight, flinging sweat at the movie's title card scrolls to heavy industrial beats. An office worker is a role one might expect to receive some disdain from a filmmaker, but Tsukamoto doesn't torture him without purpose. He aims to help the character transcend his conventional origins, deprogram his insecurities, and become stronger and more self-assured. Um,
Yeah.
so they talk about the accident. The significance of their victim's metal affinity feels innately queer in comparison to the couple's organic bond.
Mm.
Tsukamoto emphasized the eroticism of its symbolism in an interview with AsianMoviePulse.com, where he stated, I chose metal as a kind of fetish because the electric brain and the human body becoming one with the metal is more like the act of making love. It has a strong sexual connotation.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Um, Soon after his heroin encounter, in which a man rather than a woman first commandeered his focus, he awakens at home and attempts to proceed with his life as usual, beginning his day with a shave. The moment he steps in the mirror, he notices something has changed. A metallic zit appears on his cheek, which he pops and covers with a bandage. This marks the beginning of his slip into unfamiliarity with the person he envisioned himself to be.
Exactly. I love that line. I love that line so much. That's really, really good. Because yeah, that's exactly what it is. You start seeing like not like again, I love that there was a video that put it this way, where it was like it felt like looking at yourself in a mirror and realizing that whoever was, in charge of the gender distribution
Mm-hmm.
was drunk that day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a great fucking way of phrasing that. You know what I mean? It's entirely true. It's entirely accurate, and it's like wanting to be. That's why you even get the line where he's like, "I feel good." Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good. Like this is finally him allowing himself to be this other,
Yeah.
form of himself that he was always trying to deny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they go into more detail about like his first encounter with that woman. When she corners him in an auto mechanics workshop, clutches her breast until it bursts, which I should have taken a
Yeah,
note
I
of because that
forgot
was
about
crazy.
that. I
She
forgot
literally
about
she
that.
literally
Just
pops her
pops
own
her
titty.
tit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
fucking crazy. I was
so
like, what
sh
the fuck?
so she's the one who speaks with the voice of the metal
That's
fetishist.
what I was saying. Yeah.
So she's the one. It's
Yeah.
not Kay. It's her who
Okay.
who has his voice.
Okay.
Um, and he kills her, and then he is forced to reckon with the fact that this is a shift in his relationship with the opposite sex. So
It's
so
interesting.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden his like after having this moment where his girlfriend's having sex with him and he's just staring at this man
Yeah.
writhing on the floor like it like divorces like what he knew to be like his sexual thoughts and
It's
sexuality.
fascinating.
And so then he has this encounter with a woman who's like an enemy who you know blows her titty up in front of him. And
Literally
so
gives yourself top surgery.
yeah, and
You know
and
what I
also
mean?
kind of just like making the female body like grotesque to him, like
Hmm.
turning it into a monster.
Exactly. Yep.
And so he after the encounter with the stalker, he has the dream of his girlfriend sodomizing him.
Hmm.
So it's like you have to question what that really means for him that he's
Yeah.
going like first a woman is an enemy, then there's a woman, with a
Dominating
penis
him.
sodomizing him, and then
Hmm.
ultimately he's in this like, gay symbiotic relationship with the fetishist by the end.
Exactly.
Um uh uh
It's a
um
lot. This is a long ass
It
article,
it
man.
is. There's just a couple other things I want to make sure I mention. Tsukamoto addressed his fascination with anti-heroic characters like the metal fetishist, whom he often embodies in his films, in an interview with Variety. In the beginning, the main character struggles and tries to avoid the path he is being sent down, but the stalker awakens another side to his personality and pushes him towards being someone else. It's fascinating to see something that is hidden inside of someone.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. There's so many fucking layers to this hour long just just shit show of fucking visuals. It's just metal visuals being thrown at you.
Yeah, and
There's so much.
I'll end it with this. Definitely go read this article. It's on horrorpress.com.
Yes.
Their chase ends in a heap of metal. The salaryman's new reality can no longer be denied. The fetishist decides to end the salaryman's anguish, but the salaryman has come to terms with his new reality and refuses to enter this new world alone. With a deep pelvic thrust, he assimilates the fetishist into his being. The salaryman finally accepts his position outside the conditions that society once placed upon him, and now he does not have to live in fear of the future alone.
Wow.
Tsukamoto leaves no ambiguity to the nature of the salaryman and the fetishist's intimacy, with his image of the pair nude and joined at one hand with a metal cuff. Their
Hmm.
bond is inseparable. In a flash, the two are transformed into a phallic tank, ready to make their vision of a new world a reality through radical shared pride.
Ugh.
And
So good,
the
dude.
article, once again, Finding Radical Queer Pride in Tetsuo the Iron Man by Evan Benner.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna end it on the last line of this article, but I want us to give the let's give our ratings. Let's do that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna end the episode on that because this quote is fucking amazing.
we got down to the meat of it. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
I had the surface level. You were able to see deeper on the first, but then going back through, it's like it smacks you in the face.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's what good art is supposed to do, man. It's supposed to fucking challenge you.
Absolutely.
So what do we feel about it? What do we? Oh, can I speak? May I?
You go ahead, Mr.
May
Lorax. Speak for the trees.
I? Yeah, man. Firm fucking 6 out of 6. This is incredible. Well, sorry, before we rate on a scale of 6 on this show for the
Yeah.
audience.
Pump the brakes.
Almost got excited, but now you know. 6 out of 6. This is fucking a masterpiece. I've seen it multiple times and I've gotten something new out of it every time. This is probably the first time I've seen it and been like comprehensive about what's going on. Like I literally just had it was just a thing you watched and threw on in the background when friends were over,
Hmm.
for me, because I just didn't really look at that into it. But
It would be a good movie for like when there's a show at the dive bar and they just throw shit on
oh
the
yeah,
TV.
oh yeah,
Well, I've said this before. I was at a show and they put on fucking
Begotten.
what's the rape revenge movie?
Oh, oh, no, no, no. Last house on the left. Last house on the left.
Not Last House on the Left,
Oh, I
the
spit on your grave.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they had I was like, what this is not the
What the
vibe for a
fuck?
party,
Yeah,
dude. This is not the ticket.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, yeah, but this
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
this this is this is definitely one I love showing people. I love showing people this movie. It's such a fun group watch just to like point and laugh at, but then it like again, you start thinking about the shit and it gets in there, man. It gets in your head like a piece of metal, man. It's incredible. It influenced so many incredible pieces of art after it too. I am so glad that we finally got a chance to like give this movie the time that it deserves because we have been talking about this for years now at this point. This is one of the first movies we put on the list when
Mhm.
we started this fucking show. I definitely was like, we're doing this at some point, damn it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been excited to crack into this for a long time. If not for this show, I probably would have watched it a little bit sooner.
Yeah, for sure.
But as always, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wait until we're about to cover it so that I can
Yeah.
watch it immediately.
You
The
get
reason.
engulfed in all of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not necessarily like the reason, but part of what made me want to do this show is how many movies have been on my I gotta watch this list for
Yep.
years and years and years and years. So this is one of those where it's like, yeah, I've been meaning to.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? I've been waiting for you to pull the trigger. Fuck it, I'm pulling the trigger. Let's go. Um, Yeah, I
Yeah.
said at the beginning it's bad, but I love it, but
Yeah.
no, it's good and I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's it's fantastic, 6 out of 6. There's
Yeah.
no complaints from me. So we'll see how 2 and 3
I'm
hold up
so
because
excited to
they've
watch those movies.
hmm but I can see how it's a hard movie to follow up.
For sure, for sure. When you start at this level, it's just like, what the fuck where do we go from here? You
Hmm
know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's Cronenberg, Lynch, it's Akira, it's fucking all kinds of your
It's
favorite properties
Cronenberg.
just fucking smushed into one beautiful little sandwich, man.
Little num num nums on there. Got a little mayo, a little barbecue. That's the secret.
Absolutely.
Now that's a
That's
combo
the
you might not
secret.
have known about, kids, but
Keeping with the unk thing.
damn, Unc, where'd you find
Man,
that?
absolutely. Yeah, no,
I,
but
I I was taught that by an uncle.
that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, just should I hit them with the plugs and what we're getting
Yeah,
into next
yeah, I've
week?
been talking a lot.
So you can find us on the Devil's Work on Facebook at the Devil's Work Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at the Devil's Work Pod. We are on TikTok, Devil's Work Podcast.
Hmm
We have an email set up for you guys to give us your, notes, your cause for, or if you had any reason for concern on this show, if you
Your
want to check in
fetishes.
your fetishes, uh, the Devil's Work Podcast at gmail.com. Please write in. We love hearing from you guys. And next week we are doing, speaking of revenge, we're doing revenge. It's a fucking crazy ass movie. Coralie Fargiat, we already covered the substance in a quickie, but we've talked about, covering her first film properly on the show for a while.
Hmm
Very excited to be getting into this one, and I promise it's a good time. It's a fucking crazy time, though. Love this movie. This
I'm
one's for
looking
the
forward to
girlies.
it. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. But yeah, but so before we leave, I would like to just fucking leave on this quote because this, I mean, I was seeing this and I just got hyped as shit as soon as I saw it. So, anything you want to add before we let him go?
Um, I move that we change the phrase from I'm as gay as the day is long to I'm as gay as the rebar is thick.
Amazing. And on that note, this is from the article. May we all take pride in who we are and wreak our own brand of reconstructive havoc on an unjust world. As the metal fetishist so gleefully declares, our love can destroy this whole fucking world. Penis Panzer optional. And with that, we send you guys off. You guys get a good night's sleep.
No
Take care of
notes.
yourself. No
No
notes.
notes.
Exactly. All right, you guys. Take care. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Devil's Work.